From one guitar to another, from one case to another, you're going to find out how many guitars I have in this video and where I acquired them and how long I've had them. Stay tuned for this multi-part series of my guitar collection right here on the Joe Wentz Project TV. In this part of the video, I like to demonstrate something. In the last guitar collection video, I was talking about my Flying V and how it gives neck dive. I had a comment from a gentleman in the comment section who says he loves the channel, which I appreciate that, man. Thanks for checking out the channel. But he seemed a little disgruntled when I said that this Flying V gives me a lot of neck dive. I'm going to demonstrate what I'm talking about. How many times do I have to keep doing this to show you? That's called neck dive. All right, that is called neck dive. And I know it doesn't make sense. You know, you would think it would go the opposite way because the body, the mass is down here, but that's just not the case. I mean, that's neck dive. So there you go. Let's move on with the video. Appreciate it. Welcome to part 3 of my guitar collection right here on the Joe Wentz Project TV. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, go back and check them out and come back here for part 3. You can see everything in order, or I guess it really doesn't matter, however you want to do it, but it's pretty cool to watch them in sequence, I think. So here we are with the next batch of guitars. We're getting down to the end of the line here, so this might be close to being it for the cases. I might have 1 or 2 guitars in cases left. The remaining guitars will be in gig bags, so this is almost it. So this video will probably be kind of short, but anyway, let's get started. All right, what do we have? We have just a unbranded case, not unbranded, I'm sorry, unlabeled. It's a Roadrunner case, man. Roadrunner makes great cases. This is not labeled. Another case from Soundtown. PRS Mayer. I know what you might be thinking. You'll be surprised. Unlabeled, don't know what's in it. Fender Squire, I know what's in there. And up top we have an Epiphone. I have a feeling I know what this is. But I have a couple of, no, I think I just have one Epiphone case like this, so I'm pretty sure I know what this is. These cases are fantastic too. Just making sure there's not a latch on the back. Usually there is. Okay, oh, this is not what I thought it was. This is my Epiphone SG. Wow. And that's the plastic bubbled up where I've played it. So the plastic is still on here. So I was really shocked. I haven't played this guitar in a long time. This is the only SG that I own. I'm not a huge fan of SGs, to be honest with you. But when I saw this color, it might look black on camera, but it's a dark blue, and it actually plays really good. The neck is really slim, and that's always a plus for me. I got to have a slim neck. So yeah, I got this from AMS, American Musical Supply. Golly, it's been about 3 years now, and you know, it was a good deal. I got this and I played it, and SGs, you know, from my experience playing this, the pickups aren't real hot. I don't think they're designed to be that way. They're just kind of, you know, mid-range output, I guess. But I wish they had the output jack on the bottom like they do on, you know, like PRS or something right here, you know. I wish they had it on the bottom or something. Or even had like a Fender style output jack, but that always bugs me with the jack sticking out. I mean, you can get the angled cords with the angled end to put in there, but it's not that big of a deal. It's just, I just always thought it looked kind of odd. But anyway, it's a fantastic guitar. It plays great. I need to get another, I'll give it some more playtime rather. I haven't played this in forever. Beautiful guitar. Okay, what do we have here? I've already unlatched it. Yep, I remember what this is. This is a, if I'm remember correctly, this is a Squier Contemporary Strat. And it's called, I think it's like a flesh tone pink or heart shell pink, something like that. Let's see, I did upgrade. Now, this is the stock Floyd Rose. I did upgrade the saddle inserts for stainless steel and the long bolts in the back, and the small stainless steel screws, saddle screws. I don't know if I upgraded the post or not, or the studs. I can't remember. But I saw an ad on Facebook, of all places, for these guitars. Still has the plastic on the. I haven't. Sorry about that. I haven't taken the plastic off. Those pickups, it's SQR, I think. Is that what that says? So Squier? I don't know. I'm not quite sure, but they're not bad for what they are. This guitar was listed at $499, and what stuck out to me, like I've always said, it's all about the color of the guitar is what grabs me, and then the pick guard, the black pick guard, and the black headstock, how that matches. That just, I don't know, man. Something about it just made me kind of, man, that's awesome, you know. So, I got that's the Munster Bolts gold titanium locking screws. You can tell it's got D'Addario strings on it, and yeah, man, it's a great guitar. My son has this exact same guitar, except he had his painted to a Eddie Van Halen stripe design, and it looks really freaking good. The guy that painted it took forever to get it done, but anyway, I love this guitar. Maple neck, 22 frets, and it's a smooth guitar. For what it is, it plays fantastic. I need to play this some more too. This is a fantastic guitar, and Squier Contemporary Strat by Fender. It's amazing. I have not seen any more ads for these online or for Facebook or anything lately. Maybe they sold what they had. I don't know. I have no idea. But eventually, I'll probably upgrade this. Maybe upgrade this to a Godo 1996T. I don't know. We'll see. But as of right now, it seems to be, from what I remember, it's holding up pretty good. I'm very particular about my Floyd Roses, man, how they perform. You know, there's a not really a science to it, but then again, there is. And once you understand how the system works, it makes sense. You know, when you do a dive bomb and you come back, and like if this was a needle on a tuner, perfect. You know, when it's in pitch, it's straight up 440, right? So when you do a dive bomb and you come back up, that pitch is supposed to come right back to 440 if your unit, the Floyd Rose unit, is set up properly and the springs are, you know, right in the back, and the tension with that needle is supposed to come right back to 440. Well, if you have bad, you know, cheap studs, these things, you do a dive bomb and the needle is going to come back here flat, or it's come back sharp. It'll never come back where it's supposed to because of the cheap metal. And a lot of people don't know that. And for years, I didn't know that until I was playing with some backing tracks one time, and I said, man, I got to tune up again. And that's why it's always good to have a tuner, man, to always check your tuning every other song or something. The slightest little out of note or out of tune note is going to throw it off. And so if it's set up right and you got the right components, once it gets settled in and the strings get stretched, it works like a champ. I mean, it does. I mean, people still use them today, but you have to have them set up right. And it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, Squier Contemporary Strat by Fender. Okay, what do we have? This is a Gator hardshell case. Oh, it's the LED one. Okay. So hopefully the light still works when you open it up. I think I know what's in here. But then again, here we go. The light's coming on. Nope. Jim Jr. Oh, it's barely on. It's it's, oops, sorry, you can't even see it. It's barely on, or maybe because it's just bright in here. I don't know. And these batteries, these old things take like 6 AA batteries, I think, or AAA or something. They take a lot. But anyway, Jim Jr., Ibanez. Look at this. Look at this. Still have strings in here from this. My son gave me these at Christmas, man, like 3 years ago. Well, they'll go over here because I forgot I even had those. They go over here with the other string department inventory. And wow. Okay, let's talk about this Jim Jr. for a second. Again, on a lot of my guitars, I put the bar in the Ziploc bag or something. I keep the back plates off my guitars, especially with Floyd Roses, so if I have to make any adjustments. This guitar is great, $500. Jim Jr., Steve Vai. I took the original Ibanez trim off because it just was not cutting it. As you can see, Goto Japanese branded 1996 T again. It looks like I didn't change out the studs. I might have to do that. I don't know. Ibanez usually are pretty good with the post and the or studs, whatever. And I don't believe recall having any issues with tuning like I talked about a second ago. Volume, tone, 5-way switch. If you look, that pickup is all the way flush. It is all the way flush with the body. Why is that? Because when I pick, my pick would always hit that pickup. And it would always, I mean, I don't know what it is about Ibanez guitars, but for me, it would always get in the way. So I just put it down flush, and that way it's out of the way, and I can still use that pickup. I love the, I don't know what you call it, the vine or whatever. I love that, the way the inlay goes all through the fretboard. 24 frets. You can always tell by the double dots right there. It's just a beautiful guitar. I have a Joe Satriani strap with the locking ends on. How long have I had this guitar? Oh my gosh, man. It's got to be probably over 5 years. I've always loved these guitars. That's called a monkey grip. I remember when I watched the documentary about Steve Vai on YouTube. You can, if you haven't watched that, I highly recommend watching that. The tapes archive, is that right? The tapes archive. I think that's the YouTube channel. They do a lot of stuff with Van Halen, and they did a great one about Steve Vai, and it was absolutely incredible. And you know, he and Ibanez got together and created this, and this is Ibanez's biggest seller for their guitars, and why not? I mean, it's Steve Vai. Steve Vai is a guitar god, you know. But I've always thought they were cool. I think the newer Jims, the higher tier ones, I think it has like a teardrop or yin and yang kind of design. It's not really the kind of thing you put your hand through, the monkey grip. I think it's a little different now. I think they call it the Pia, I think. I could have that wrong. I don't know. If it's wrong, I'm sure it'll be somebody to correct me. God forbid. But it's a wonderful guitar. If you wanted a Jim and you couldn't afford, you know, to dish out whatever it is, you know, I think Jims can go for $1,500 and up. I haven't really priced them lately, but I believe that's about what they go for. Go with the Jim Jr. They got this. They got the hot pink, and they might I don't know if they have the desert yellow. I don't know if that falls under the Jim Jr. category or not. I can't be 100% sure, but it's a fantastic guitar. I love this guitar. It's just fun to play. Jim Jr., Ibanez, Steve Vai. Okay, PRS Mayor. It's not what you think, and I'll show you why I put that label in here. Okay, here we go. There you go. Now, the story with this guitar. Isn't that beautiful, though? I mean, it looks just like a Silver Sky, right? It looks very reminiscent of that. But there's a story behind this guitar. The body I got this guitar, golly, man, had to be in the late 90s. I got it from eBay. And this guitar with its original neck, which is long gone, I got it and a little tweed amp. They give you a strap and the little cheap cables. I got it for like $150 or something. It was some crazy price for the whole shebang. But I always loved this guitar. To me, it's a Tar Heel, North Carolina Tar Heel blue. The neck was horrible. I took the neck off and threw it away. I had it for years. It was very recent when I took the original neck off and tossed it. This neck here, I found on Amazon, of all places. Now, we all know what this is supposed to resemble. And, of course, it's, it can't be exact. But the neck, now check this out. The neck was like $46 or $49. And, it didn't have a cover here for the truss rod. I had to order one of those. It didn't have tuners. It did have the nut on there. So I said, man, that looks very reminiscent of another brand. I said, and I have this body. I said, I could put that on there and just kind of do my own kind of deal. These are these pickups I got from Guitar Fetish. So this has all new electronics. Upgraded the trim to a Babix. That's Babicz, Babix trim. And after I did all the work, and now this neck was not level at all. It was way out of whack. I had to turn that truss rod quite a few times to get it. I don't like a lot of relief on my guitar necks. I like them to be pretty straight. I didn't have to level anything. All the frets were good. That was great. I put some locking tuners on there. This guitar plays really, really good. And again, I've had this guitar since the late 90s. And it's just one I've held on to. It's very light. It's very, very light. And this strap has been on here for a long time. Dickies. Man, that's crazy. Been on there for a long time, many years. But yeah, this guitar is, so I called it the PRS Mayor. And I need to put Wannabe beside it because it's, kind of what it's hitting toward, right? And I said, why dish out all that money for a Silver Sky when I can just kind of make my own? But yeah, it's all been gutted and redone, and it plays really good. I was still shocked today at how good it plays. It's a fun guitar, very light, very lightweight, but it's fun to do. The PRS Mayor Wannabe. All right, let's move on. All right, next up, this Soundtown case. I love these cases, man. They're great. I would find them. Sometimes you can find them for $99. Sometimes it might be $120. They kind of fluctuate, but I don't even know what's in here. I have no idea. Oh, Blackjack. Yeah, Jackson. Yeah, look at there. Still got the paperwork, or that's what came with it. And where did I get this? Ordered it from AMS a few years ago. And I swapped out the Jackson trim for another Godo, and looks like I kept the same studs in there. Yeah, I want to say I upgraded those too. So I remember when I put that on. So yeah, also put the gold titanium locking screws in there. This is a beautiful guitar. It's all black, and my friend Ralph came up with the name. I said, what name can I put with this guitar? He said, Blackjack. And I said, yeah, that's awesome. And this guitar plays really well. This guitar, it was under $500, but it's a wonderful playing guitar. Absolutely. See if I can get this to stay up for a second. Let's see, is that a 5-way or 3-way? That's the 3-way switch. Volume, tone, Jackson branded pickups. Very clean, very shiny. I think I've only played this maybe 3 times. That's the key for the case. Yeah, this came with the guitar. Got your Allen wrenches in there. There's the trim bar. I don't have it in the bag. I need to, don't I? So yeah, blackjack mulligan. That's old school people know who I'm talking about with that. Wonderful guitar. I love Jackson guitars, man. Another one I need to break out and play some more. A lot of fun. Moving on. Okay, Roadrunner tweed case. You can tell I've had it for a while. It's looking rough. And I don't know. I think when I saw these cases at the Guitar Center in Charleston, I think these ran for $200, I think. And that's about right. Sometimes you can get them for $175 if you just look in the right spot. Oh, here we go. This is another one of my project builds. Kind of a Stevie Ray SRV wannabe. And ironically, here is that neck that I took off of that PRS Mayor wannabe. That's this neck. I thought I threw it away, but I didn't. I put it on here. Fantastic guitar. It's still got the plastic on there. Left the plastic on. This is a project guitar that I did a few years ago. I remember because I was recovering from a couple of surgeries, and I was toward the end of my recovery time, and I was feeling a lot better. So I ordered this body, and I ordered a pre-wired pick guard from Sweetwater, and those are Texas Special pickups, I want to say. This guitar plays great, man, and looks like is that another? Trying to see what trim that is. Oh, Wilkinson. That's a Wilkinson trim. Okay, I see. And got that on there. Locking tuners I put on there. What a fun guitar. I even got the SRV type strap. It's not as wide. The ones he had, or the one they sell, they're a lot wider. And I couldn't use those wide straps, man. They start killing the side of my neck. I was like, damn. Rubbing the side of my neck and getting it red. And I was like, God, that just ain't going to work. It's very uncomfortable. But on Amazon, they actually sell these, and they're like a regular size width of a strap. Great guitar, man. Absolutely fantastic. I love the pre-wired pick guards. They don't come with screws. So if you ever do anything like that, you can see I got a couple of missing because at the time I didn't have any more. I had just enough to kind of get the primary outer rims of it, I guess. But if you order a pre-wired pick guard, have you some screws, man? I got some now, but because they don't send any with it, which I didn't know that at the time. I figured they would just send you some, but they don't. So this is an SRV wannabe, and here's another one here. I've done a couple of these builds. I think I want to say this one might have a white pick guard. I think we need to just break them out, I guess, but I think that's what it is. But yeah, this guitar is fantastic, man. It plays really good. I was very, very proud of this build. It's nice to put something together and build it, and it actually works really well, because I don't have that kind of luck a lot of times. But yeah, this turned out really, really well. Very proud of it. Let's try this again. My storage was full again on my phone. I had to delete some older videos. I'm bad about that, man. The rest, the majority of this video, the remaining part is going to be gig bags here. I'll see if I can kind of tilt the phone a little bit, kind of see what I'm talking about. I just had to kind of line them up the best I could. That's the only thing about gig bags that I don't like, is they're kind of annoying sometimes when you want to. I mean, they're convenient, but then again, they get annoying for me. As far as putting them in the warehouse, cases are just a lot better to deal with. You can line them up, you can stack them, and they're not going to slide off, unlike gig bags. So anyway, first up is this Gator gig bag here. I don't know. Of course, I don't know what is in any of these. because it's just been forever. Oh, my Memphis, my very first guitar. How about that? This is my Memphis, my very first guitar, Christmas Eve, 1986. Yeah, and it's it's great. I mean, look, golly, that's old. Look at that. I don't know how good it's going to come through on camera, but you can start to see that little bit of, is that tarnishing? Is that what you call it? And this guitar is heavy, 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 heavy. But if you look at go back and look at my Lonely Hound Guitar Company video, there was a Memphis hanging up on the wall, and it was just slightly different than this. This is an 86 model, 85, 86. And the one that was hanging up in Lonely Hound was an early 80s. But this, it was a great guitar. And when I learned how to set guitars up a long time ago, I went back through all the guitars that I had then and started to go and set them up all the way through. And it it turns an average guitar into a great guitar if it has a great setup on it. It's all stock, man. It's all original. I haven't done anything to it. It's heavy. It's a boat anchor, man. I'm curious, how much does this thing weigh? I use this Skeep. It's really a fish scale, so it's a good thing to have if you want to weigh your guitars. Okay, let's see what we got. Man, I hope I don't drop it. Whoo! What does that say there? 10 pounds, 6 ounces. God, it's a beast, man. I'm telling you, that is heavy. That is a heavy guitar. That's why I don't never play it, because it's a backbreaker, man. But when I first got this guitar, I was very, very stoked, man. Very stoked, very excited. And all I wanted to do was learn Van Halen. I was like, please, man, let me learn how to do some of that, you know. Of course, I still can't do that 38 years later, but it's a great guitar. These guitars were excellent to be beginner guitars, man. The quality is surprisingly very, very, very good. And I was always shocked with that. And now, you know, you get the Squiers, the lower tier Squiers. Now, I'm not throwing no shade towards Squiers, man. So don't start lighting the comments up. I love Squiers. I just showed you I had some. But this was great quality for the time. Still is today. All right, let's move on. Man, that guitar was heavy, man. What is in here? I couldn't tell you. Sterling Music Man gig bag. I have a feeling that's not what's in here. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, okay. No, this is this guitar has a good story. This guitar here is a Keith Urban model. Of course, you can tell what it is reminiscent of, I should say. Keith Urban was selling these guitars. This was like the first run he came out with, and these are actually pretty darn good guitars for the price. Got the Thunderbird on the back, or what was that Thunderbird, Firebird? I think that's a tattoo he has on his arm, inside of his forearm here. These were on, I don't know, one of those shopping channels, man. QVC, HSN, I don't remember. I just remember being up late one night. He was on, and they showed these guitars, and they had different colors, and the green was what stood out to me the most. And it came with a case, but the case is like molded on the inside to fit just this guitar. I thought, well, maybe I can put a Les Paul in that case. It won't fit because this is not the exact specs of a Les Paul body. It's a little off, and they have to do that for, you know, copyright reasons. The back of the neck, it has that gloss to it, so if your hands get sticky, it'll want to kind of hard to slide, want to stick and kind of make it hard to glide up and down the neck. But you can put some baby powder on there or on your hand, it'll fix that. Or you can do something, clean it really good. How much I paid for this guitar at the time? It came with like a little amp that I never even took out of the box. The amp was a joke. It was just this really small little I don't know. It didn't have no kind of features to it. It was just really just a little speaker, and that was it. And it came with like a DVD set of Keith Urban showing you some of his songs, but it was kind of a rip, man. I mean, I love Keith Urban. He's an incredible musician. He's a virtuoso, man. But the DVD, it did have him showing you some of the songs, but then when it got to the very detailed part, some other guy was on there showing you all the chords. Keith just kind of played a little bit here and there and said, "This is what I do," and he showed you, but it was like he didn't really show you through the whole song. Some other guy stepped in, and I was like, "Well, that's kind of a rip," you know. But it is what it is. But this guitar's a little dusty; it needs to be clean. How much was it? I think the total package was around. I think it was around like $375, something like that. And it's, you know, the guitar is not bad at all. I mean, it's I haven't done nothing to it. It's all stock. Got the gold knobs on there, and the humbuckers with the covers on them. It's got those kind of big plastic tuning keys. Those look kind of, you know, fake. Oh, it says Urban on the back there on that plate, that nameplate, and I'll see if I can read it to you. It says Urban. Man, I can't read that. Let me see. Limited run, limited edition, 2,995 out of 8,000 is what that says on there. And so they made 8,000. Wow. So that's really not a whole lot. Apparently they sold out. And I remember calling in because it was late at night and my wife was asleep, and I had my smartphone, and I came in here or went outside or something, and because they had where you could call in and, you know, call in now and talk to Keith, you know. So I called in and said that since I ordered this guitar, this makes like my 15th guitar, and Keith Urban's like, "Oh, Joe, that's awesome, mate. Do you have 3 arms?" Something like that. But I got to talk to him over the phone for just a brief second, you know. But anyway, it was cool. It's a great guitar. I mean, for what it is, it's not bad at all. And like I said, they made this first run, and then when he came out again on HSN like a year or two later, he had a completely different body style, completely different type of guitar. It was horrendous. It was like a mix of a Tele and something else, man. And like a dummy, I ordered one, and it was awful. It was so bad, I gave it away. I mean, I gave it to a guy at work. I said, "Here, man, you want to learn how to play guitar?" I just gave it to him. And I don't know, he probably took it to the dump. I don't know, but it was just, this guitar is leaps and bounds better than the second run they came out with that totally different body style. You can find these on Reverb, I'm sure, for probably under $200, I would imagine. I don't know. But for what they are, they're not bad. They're really not bad. All right, let's move on. All right, next up, another Gator gig bag. I like these Gator gig bags. They're really cool, man. For a while there was a time I was buying these things left and right because they were a good deal. What do we have here? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Fender Strat, made in Mexico. Just your standard Strat. I remember when I bought this. This is a 2002, I believe. I love this guitar. And I bought, I don't know why I got Kermit the Frog with the Van Halen guitar on the back, but I found that online years ago, and I said, "That's a cool sticker." I got a Jimi Hendrix strap here. But yeah, this is a fantastic guitar. Awesome. And man, I don't know what I paid for this back in the day. I think it was like $5.99 or something. But again, I went back and with all my guitars, like I said, and set them up, and this thing plays fantastic. I need to plug this thing in and play it some. It's a wonderful guitar. You got your Fender tuners on the back. Really cool. I got notifications coming up on my phone. Sorry, it's kind of throwing me off. Beautiful Olympic white. I believe that's the name of the color. Beautiful Strat. It's just your standard Strat, man. But what more do you need? Give me a Strat, 3 single coils, and a high gain amp, and we're ready to rock and roll. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, we got another Fender gig bag. This is a nice gig bag. I remember this gig bag. This gig bag is when I went to Guitar Center those years ago and traded that 50s road worn telly. This is the gig bag that road worn telly came in. And when I went to Guitar Center to trade for that Ibanez chlorine burst, they thought they were going to keep this gig bag. And I said, I mean, look, dude, it's still got the tags on it. It's wore out there, but, you know, it's still on there, barely. This gig bag is a nice ass gig bag, man. And he's like, all right, I think we're done. And I was like, nah, man, I need my gig bag. Unless you want to give me another $125. They's like, here. Don't think so, cuz. I'm not giving you this gig bag. You know, you already, dogged me on the trade. But that's Guitar Center. That's another video. I've talked about that plenty of times. What do we got here? Oh, okay. Ibanez Geo. Okay. This was actually my son's guitar. It was mine at first. Gave it to him. He had it upgraded with EMGs. EMG 81 to 85. And there's something that's going on here. I think it's a 3-way switch, but there's something on here I can't remember. Like if you go to the top position, I think the neck pickup doesn't work or something, or it's something. It's something. I could be wrong. It might be something completely different, but this guitar plays fantastic, especially with these EMGs in here. I got this guitar originally from Guitar Center. My son and I took a trip to Guitar Center years ago. Yeah, this is a 2015, so that tells you right there how long ago it was. And I was playing this guitar, and it was, these Ibanez Geos, man, they go probably for like $200 or something, or a little over. And I liked it. I really liked the neck. Like I told you, man, I love Ibanez guitars, man. I remember we were sitting there jamming, and I said, man, I'm going to buy this guitar, So I bought it. Later down the road, my son and I traded guitars. This is one of them. I traded to him. We traded a couple, like, I'll give you these 2 for those 2. He's like, all right. And then after some time went by, he said that he upgraded the pickups in it, so I bought it from him. So I bought this guitar twice. So I bought it back from him. So it all worked out. And yeah, I need to play this and see how it does. Great, man. It feels good. The neck is slim. 24 frets, EMG pickups. You can't go wrong, man. Ibanez, always great quality. I mean, even though it's a Geo, who cares, man? It's fantastic. Let's move on. All right. This is it right here. The final gig bag. The 2 cases that were back there that I talked about earlier, those are empty. Those hold the Purple Haze and that other Hendrix model. That's what those 2 cases are back there. They're empty. So I thought they had guitars in them, but nah, this is for those guitars there. So here we are. This is it. This is it, man. Oh, yeah. Okay. Another Ibanez. This is the Dragon Eye Burst. These are hanging up in Guitar Center all the time. I love this guitar. Now, I screwed up because I went to disengage that middle pickup and cut the wires. And when I did, I accidentally cut the wires going to the neck pickup. So all that works is the bridge, which to me is fine because I don't use those. So when you do the switch, it's nothing except when it's all the way down in the humbucker position. I did put stainless steel screws. I keep the back plate off. And I thought I upgraded that. But this guitar plays fantastic. I love the color. It's called a Dragon Eye Burst is what it's called. Got it from Guitar Center in Greenville. What year is this guitar? So 2018. Wow. It's been that long ago. I need to play this some. It's a great guitar. Very light. I like the way the chrome knobs are. It's kind of a darker, not quite a shiny chrome, kind of a, and what do you call that, man? Like black nickel kind of or something. I love how the headstock matches the body. That's always a plus for me. I mean, look at that. That just shines through on camera, man. It's great. Joe Satriani strap with the built-in locking ends. Plays good. It's been a long time since I played it. There's a lot of these guitars I need to swap out on the wall there and give them some playtime. Ibanez S Series Dragon Eye Burst. Man, yeah. All right, that's it. This concludes part 3 of a look into my guitar collection. So, man, thank you so very much for taking the time to watch these videos. I really appreciate it. And thank you very much for taking the time to comment and leave a thumbs up, man. That's what it's all about, that interaction. YouTube loves that. It helps get these videos out there to the masses, and that's what we're trying to do here on this channel. Been doing YouTube for many years, man. It's just, I think it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's a lot of luck that falls into it. But if you kind of find that niche or niche, potato, once you find that and kind of figure out what people like to watch, I think that it starts to click. And I've done so many different things on this channel trying to figure out what people would like to watch. And it seems like that videos like this and the guitar store review videos do really well. So I'm very grateful that people are taking the time to watch. So thank you so very much. And we'll see you in the comments. Until next time, take care. God bless. Keep rocking. Bye-bye.